pool placement was critical for this site because so many of the other pool contractors always wanted to say, Sue, let's put it over there. You have, 8 acres here. It's so simple to place it on a flat spot. But of course, that wasn't where we wanted. We wanted it to roll right out of our back kitchen area off the deck, and then into this beautiful, mountain top. The other thing I wanted to capture was that beautiful mountain view here. And the interesting thing with Brian was he absolutely felt the same way, and that's when he said, look, it could be challenging, but let's put this template here, let's place it here, let's start to dig, and then let's see what happens. If we dig and hit a lot of rock, we can fill it in and do it somewhere else. But this is the ideal spot.
It's not just his name is on the company and his name is on the trucks. He comes out here regularly while the pool is being built, and he is hopped in an excavator and said, he'll take the guy out of the excavator and he'll get in there and he'll start digging and stuff because he knows in his head what he wants it to look like.
Well, I love the way he put out a template for the pool. He said, let's just take the pool you're looking for and make a template on the ground. And that's what he did. He said, let's walk around the house. Let me show you what you need to look for when you're placing your pool. And those were the things that Brian, helped with.
One of the things that I was most impressed with Juliano's is that he has a separate crew that does each part of the pool. Every pool customer is assigned a coordinator who keeps you up to date on what is happening with your pool, what happens next, how long it'll take, and so on. And you'll get the call the night before, and they'll say, we're coming in tomorrow, and this is what we're going to do.
So you know exactly the time they're arriving, what works to be done, and the expectation. That is just above and beyond.
The other thing that's good with him is he said, you can call me anytime for any reason, and he gave me his personal cell phone number. And I guess that's kind of a standard thing for him. And I have called him about the pickiest things, Brian, blah, blah, blah. And he'll say, don't worry, we'll take care of it. He has called me back at 8 o'clock at night. He has called me on Sundays. When I signed up to get a pool, I had no idea what was involved in putting in a pool. And it turned out to be a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. And after I started working with him, it was amazing that he was actually more of a perfectionist than I am. So as a result, it was a very pleasant experience.
But this was such a pleasant project, and it still is. I still use them for weekly service cleaning. Anytime there's any kind of a question, I can call Scott or Brian, and they're right on top of it.
This is my 4th house, and I've dealt with a lot of contractors, and I've never had a more positive experience in dealing with him.